Hello and welcome to Kelly's Cooking on the Cheap. Right now I am making my husband's and mine lunch for a few days this week, and it's a hamburger casserole. Let me make sure. It's called a hamburger noodle casserole. It's from a Diet Taste of Home cookbook, and it's just trying to watch what calories we put in our body. So right now I am cooking hamburger. It calls for 1¼ cups. 1¼ pounds hamburger, but I'm just using 1 pound of hamburger, and I've got 5 cups of noodles cooking. And I've got the heat going in the oven, and I've got my ingredients already ready to go. It's needing garlic. It's tomato sauce. Needs 3 8-ounce of cans of your tomato sauce. But what I did was took 2 cans of tomato sauce and made it equal to the 24 ounces. What's left I'll throw in the freezer for something else. Sour cream calls for ricotta cheese, but it's a little pricey, so I went with cottage cheese, and the leftover of that I'll eat for lunch as a side. And also cream cheese and a little bit of sugar, and which I'm going to use stevia, salt and pepper. So my oven's ready to go. So I'm just trying to finish up cooking the hamburger. And if you see my earlier video, you can tell how sweaty I was because I had just gotten home from grocery shopping. Took my husband with me to help herd me up. Took a shower. Now I'm already sweating getting over the stove. So it is so much fun with this heat. Let me know if it's hot where you're at. I'm just hopefully in a couple days it'll die down. Granted, it's only 10 degrees cooler, but hopefully it will help. I am ready for the AC to come off and open the windows a little, but we'll see how soon that is. Alright, we're almost done there. I'm checking my noodles. I think it's about done, so that's a good thing. So while my hamburger is finishing up, I am going to go ahead and get the cream cheese, sour cream, and cottage cheese mixed up. And what I did was, on the cream cheese, I set it on the stove to start softening up. So it should help a little. Want to get that in there. Get my cottage cheese and my sour cream. Alright, so those are ready to go. And on the noodles, it called for yolk-free noodles, but I just grabbed the medium egg noodles to and use those. So whatever you have on hand or I have access to, I'm sure that would be good to use. Is ready to go. So let me check on the hamburger. I'm going to go ahead and turn off the noodles. And how I usually drain the hamburger is with paper towel. Let's see. Actually, it's not as greasy as I thought it would be. And what I'm going to do after I get this drained, I am going to add my garlic and let it cook for a few minutes, a couple minutes. Should have had it already in there cooking. Alright, so let me add it. And out of necessity with the busyness of back to school, working, and sports activities, I bought the cheapskate and got the garlic already minced, and it's needing garlic 2 teaspoons or equivalent to 2 cloves. While that's heating up together, I'm going to grab the aluminum foil. I forgot to grab it. And then when I get back here, I'm going to add the tomato sauce, salt, and pepper. All right. So got that in. So let me add in the salt and pepper. I know I keep saying I don't cook a lot with salt. Usually whatever is in the seasoning packets and such. So I usually don't add in as much salt as it usually calls for. But on the flip side, I usually add more pepper than it asks for. Again, personal preference. All right, let me add the tomato sauce. And here we go. Sugar. Let me get that stirred. And next, sorry it's been a while since I've made this, so I'm trying to refresh my memory. So now I'm going to add the noodles. There we go. I'm just going to do it this way. Gonna make a lot. Let's see, we're almost there. Do this over the sink. There we go. So I'm going to stir this in. Let me see if this will. It's almost like spaghetti. So as where you're at, has school started? Ours just started last week. The colleges around here start tomorrow. So I'm dreading going to work tomorrow at my new job because it's at a local college, or I should say university. So I'm dreading all the extra congestion of cars. All right, so next I am going to put half of this in my greased 513 pan. I would say that's about half. Next, I'm going to add my cream cheese, sour cream, and ricotta mixture. Try to spread it over. Here's what it looks like. Let me see if I can get this spread around. No way. Looks like it's going to be a cross between spaghetti and lasagna. And normally I am not a big fan of ricotta cheese or cottage cheese in like a spaghetti or lasagna, but to have a variety of what we normally have, I will eat it. All right, got that in. Now I am going to put the rest of the noodle sauce mixture over, and then I will show you what it looks like. All right, so here's what it looks like. You can see it. And now I am to cover it with aluminum foil and cook it at 350 degrees for half an hour. Once the half an hour is up, then I'm going to take it out, uncover it, and add some shredded cheese to it and let it cook until it melts. So while it's cooking, I'll get other stuff going, and we'll come back here in a few minutes. Alright, so this has been 30 minutes while this has been cooking. I'm getting ready to unveil it, take the aluminum foil off, see how it is. Doesn't look too bad. So what I'm going to do now is add the shredded cheese. I'm probably not adding as much as it should call for. But I'm going to just put on what I've got shredded. Calls for 2/3 cup. So I don't know, it's probably close. So I like shredding my own cheese. My boy doesn't care for cheese, but he won't be home to eat this. So I'm going to cover it over. And now I'm going to throw it back in the oven for a few minutes, let it melt, and then we'll come back and see how it looks.
Did you get one of each color?
All right, it's melted, and let me just show you. Here's how it's looking. So I'm going to go ahead and get my dish ready for lunch tomorrow. And here's how it's looking with the little cream filling. Alright, it's probably too much. But here it is. I'm going to let it cool for a minute. Now let me show you a little better picture of it on the inside. It does look like lasagna a tad. I was thinking while it was cooking that it might, if I were to change anything before I taste it, the only thing I would really change or add is maybe a little basil, oregano, or Italian seasoning. Again, I'm nice and sweaty, too hot in the kitchen. So let me try it. It's not bad. You do get the taste of the cream cheese in it, so if you're not a big cream cheese fan, you might not like it. But I think if you mix it around a little bit where it's all mixed together, I think it would be better. And again, probably the only thing I would add is some additional seasoning. But otherwise, it's good, and I'll see you next time.